So today I really are bringing the importance of being productive as opposed to busy. Now, there is a big distinction between the two. A lot of people think that they're kind of the same, and many people equate being productive with being busy. That's fair enough. Finding a direct correlation between the number of tasks completed and their level of success. In reality, being busy is very different from being productive, and it can even hinder productivity, being too busy. Being productive involves having a focus, while being busy really is just frantic. You've all heard of the expression work harder, smarter, not harder. And this is really the epitome of what being productive is, as opposed to working or being busier. There's another important distinctive. To be productive, you should try to be great at several crucial things. Being busy is about being good at everything, which is not necessary. Now, how's this all equating to OnPassive? And we'll get to that in a moment. But let's give you a few statistics about productivity. Now, according to a survey of around 2,000 employees, just under 80% did not feel they are productive throughout their 8-hour working day. Now, this is a startling statistic in any business, and a clock in and clock out calculator can help gauge your team's productive levels. On average, employees across industries are productive for 60% of the working day. This figure goes down to just 31% for office workers, believe it or not. And I actually thought and found that almost staggering. You would have thought that office workers would have been more productive with their working day rather than manual laborers. 40% of employees use social media at work, making them the most prevalent distractions. And that is one of the reasons why office workers fall down on their production, because they have more access to social media. And isn't it amazing how much impact social media has on being productive at work? And it also says that more than 70% of employees worry about their jobs and their finances while at work. 89% of employees say gamification will boost workplace productivity. What does that mean in real terms? It means that having a fun environment to work in helps them to be more productive. They reckon as well, the industry, that this figure occurs to $1,967 per employee annually across the board, which is staggering, isn't it, really? So some of the examples of being busy compared to being productive: attending meetings that don't really contribute to your goals, or where your presence isn't required, can consume a lot of time without yielding any productive outcomes. Spending excessive time planning, organizing, or creating to-do lists without actually executing the tasks that you've written down. It all becomes an illusion of productivity while achieving absolutely nothing. How many of you have done exactly that? How many of you have written a list and not actually implemented the list that you've written? I hold my hands up. I have. And it becomes very counterproductive when you're putting time, effort into doing that, and it's not being a productive outcome from doing it. Why do it in the first place? I understand writing lists for the future of what might be happening is very efficient and effective, but you have to implement your list to make it productive. Another one is juggling multi-tasks may give the appearance of being busy, but often leads to decreased focus and efficiency, resulting in a lower overall productivity. Focusing on tasks that are easy or comfortable rather than those that are most important or impactful can lead to a feeling of busyness without achieving significant progress. And the last one is trying to handle every task instead of delegating tasks to others can lead to a situation where you're constantly busy but not necessarily productive in times. What's the old saying? The art of good management is delegation. It's a very true saying. Sometimes you have to let go of those reins, don't you, to be able to be more productive in the other areas of what you are doing. So some examples of being productive are allocating specific time blocks for different tasks or projects helps to maintain focus and ensuring progress is made on a key priorities. Basically, what's this mean? It means actually, if you are doing something, a project for your business, if you have decided, right, I'm going to do this, you need to have no distraction, lay out a time period that you're going to work just on that. Don't start going down rabbit holes on social media when you're working on your computer. Number one distraction. Focus, turn everything off. Make sure that you are fully concentrating on what you are trying to achieve. Identifying tasks that are most important and urgent allows you to focus on activities that contribute the most to your goals. There's lots of other examples as well. You only have to look on the internet of other ways that people use their time productively as opposed to those that waste their time as well. And there is many of them. For instance, prioritizing. Oh, hang on a minute. Get that back again. Let me just focus whilst you are focused on what you are doing while you are working helps productivity. Also, don't frantically work just to show that you are busy. It might not necessarily be helpful on your focus of what you are trying to achieve as far as things are concerned. But the bottom line really, as far as being productive rather than being busy, is to allocate your time efficiently to what you are trying to achieve. Make sure you set out your goals, set out your visions of what you are trying to do and implement them. You can use this with OnPassive. I use a lot of my time thinking about what I'm going to do. Nothing wrong with that. That is you using your mind to speculate of what you are trying to achieve. The next stage is to write those goals and achievements down for where you want to be. The next thing is to implement them. Now, you can have those lists, you can have those goals, but you really must at some point work towards implementing them. If you do all those now, whilst we're in this waiting period for OnPassive, it certainly will help you springboard in the future because you've laid your groundwork down as far as what you are going to do. For instance, Andy Burks has said this many times about writing a list. When you are writing your list down about people who you are going to focus on when OnPassive gets going, put them into blocks of categories, i.e., stay-at-home mum with children, the working professional, the couple, the manual worker. All of these sort of things will help you write your list for when you are moving forward. Why is it important to have these lists? Why put them into categories? Because you will be able to speak in different terminologies and language to each group that appertains what you feel they are looking for. The stay-at-home mum is looking for an online business that she doesn't have to spend too much time on because she hasn't got the time, but also wants to earn a bit of extra money. So then you can use your dialogue in a specific way to attract these people to OnPassive because it'll make more sense to them of what they are looking for. They're not looking to be working 4 or 5 hours a day on their OnPassive business. They're looking to be spending half an hour or an hour tops at night time when the kids are in bed that they can utilize to maybe earn a few $100s a month as an extra income. You can then approach these people that you've got on your list and be very specific about what you're offering them, and it's going to be more attracted to them. Professionals, for instance, you would be talking to them in a manner that is going to help their business, that is going to help them and make their life easier by using the OnPassive tools and services. And again, you are more specific in what you are trying to do. Who's that? Pat Parent, thank you so much for your super sticker.
Can you give them my love, please?
James just said, give Pat my love. There you go, Pat. Thank you so much for your super sticker. We will have a coffee break. In fact, tomorrow, I'll tell you what we'll do. We shall use it on the service stations when we're going to see Jane's sister. How about that? And we will raise a cup of coffee, especially to you, Pat Parent. Thank you so much. So what am I trying to do here, guys? I'm trying to tell you, rather than being busy, be more productive. Have an outcome to what you are trying to achieve. This is being very productive in your time. And at the end of the day, time is a very, very precious commodity. Every single second that goes by, okay, it's gone. So be productive with your time that you have, rather than being busy. As they say, don't be a busy fool, okay? Be productive, lay it out. Obviously, think about it in your head first, then get to work, writing your lists, writing down what you want to try and achieve. But more importantly, when the time comes, implement those ideas that you have already put down.